So, you know how we've got a new weapon releasing and that Alpha's told us that it's going to be a dark weapon, it's going to be a spear, clearly going to be a weapon to, you know, use against Baron, the new difficult content. And you know how they're giving out a lot of custom draw tickets? It kind of feels like them kind of insinuating, being like, here's the tickets, prepare for the new weapon, you know. What if it's another situation of it not being a rated banner? So as you guys can see, Mass went over the live stream, as they do understand Korean, of course, and obviously with the live stream itself, there was a lot of talking, and one thing that was mentioned is that within the guild shop, exchange shop that we're going to be getting, because that's kind of the obvious, right? There is going to be a new JINWOO weapon within the guild shop that they have stated to be rather powerful. And on top of that, they've also stated that there will be PvE guild battles for players to compete with other guilds. So that's going to be fairly interesting to see on how that plays out with gameplay wise, score wise, and it just kind of being overall fair. They're probably going to make it so that like every guild member has to do their part and pull their weight to maybe do some sort of, you know, point system or like accumulate a total amount with the guild to compete against, to do more than other guilds, maybe something along the lines of that, of course. But it'll be interesting to see on how they go about doing that. But it seems that through the content side of things, of getting through the guild stuff, will require us to use JINWOO. Again, from the images that we've seen, as you guys can see, there's multiple hunters being used, but JINWOO is in the forefront of them all. Actually, well, no, Beast is. My guy's like, yeah, boys, don't worry, I got this. But regardless, when it comes to whatever content they've got planned, it seems that I think we're going to be possibly using JINWOO more. I mean, they could do a rotation where at one point you have to use JINWOO, then the next is going to be hunters, possibly. But coming back to the guild shop, of course, the guild stuff happens next week, if you guys are unaware, just an FYI. I should also mention, when it comes to mine and Anthos guild of the Exalted, we've kind of finalized and got ourselves all the guild members. I'll do a whole separate video talking about furthermore on what's going to be happening, because if people are slacking, we're going to keep the rotation going and making sure we've got players that are active. So again, I'll talk more about on what's going to be going on with that, because I've also spoken about doing a sister guild, but there's a lot happening behind the scenes. We'll figure it out in due time. But anyway, right now we have to furthermore talk about on what's going on with this weapon, because obviously right now the last weapon that we had was the Phoenix Soulbow. Then we've got two new weapons coming along, thinking that, oh, maybe they might do a weapon that can cater to this element, aka Light, who needs the help in my eyes. But now we've got a new guild weapon, so could that possibly be the dark weapon? Could that be the spear that was spoken about? Could it be the light weapon that I am wanting? I mean, they say it's rather powerful, so I'm expecting some crazy DPS weapon. I mean, if anything, if it's something along the lines of how the Phoenix Soulbow is, but for, I don't know, light, that will be insane. If they, for whatever reason, give us a wind weapon that is like going toe to toe with the West Wind, oh boys, it's going to be crazy. I mean, again, because it's a guild shop, it will require guild materials or tokens, and through that they're more than likely going to be only obtainable through whatever the guild game modes that they have set for us. And so it's going to be a grind, 100%. Typically this is what most gacha games do when it comes to with exclusiveness through guilds. Usually the requirement, especially if it's going to be a powerful weapon for JINWOO, it's going to be an absolute grind fest to get the tokens, to get the whatever resources that they've got for us to accumulate, to then into purchasing it through the guild shop. And obviously we're going to want dupes, because that's what effectively breaks these weapons, right? The dupes themselves. So powerful weapon, guild shop. It could very well be the dark spear, who knows, maybe they want to drop it early, I don't know. Obviously it's not going to be the skewer before anyone goes crazy in the comments. It's going to be this. No, it's not the skewer. We've seen what the skewer can do. It is not worthy of a race up. It is not worthy of an exclusiveness. It is free to play. If they do not make it anything but free to play, then we can riot. Then we can talk. But it's 100% going to be free to play. They've already stated it, by the way, if you guys didn't know. Part 2 of the summification has still yet to drop, so just want to clarify that before anyone goes crazy about it. So It could be the dark weapon. I mean, dark right now is holding it down. I've done a whole video talking about it, how dark weapons are like the best weapons right now. They could furthermore apply that into the guild shop, and just know that whatever, again, whatever the weapon is that goes into the guild shop, that is going to be exclusive to the guild shop, and it's going to be a pain in the ass to obtain, because that's the truth of the matter, right? It's going to be through the guild resources and tokens, right? Unless they make it accessible by other means, then fair play. But more than likely, again, with previous games that I've played, and pretty sure you guys have played, when it comes to guild stuff, the only way you can obtain it is by playing the guild content, gaining the guild resources, the tokens, to then go into the guild shop to then purchase in it. So that's why I say it's going to be a bit of a grind fest, and so I'm expecting that weapon, or whatever it is, as the developers stated, to be powerful. Now again, what am I wanting? Light. Why? Because I need some light DPS. I'm gonna be honest, my low-key light right now is just slacking. God, I just need some sort of light weapons. But right now, yeah, light and wind are kind of like my biggest wants. But more for light. Wind, west wind is doing that. Actually, I say that they can chill on the wind weapon. They don't have to release a wind for a long time. So yeah. Oh, by the way, yeah, Guild. I was wondering who this character is, and apparently Alpha was saying it's just an NPC. Now, I also want to mention this. So obviously, the guild content, it's going to be releasing next week, right, with the update. They're probably not gonna drop everything at once when it comes to guild content wise, because we're just starting off. You know, I think they're gonna give us room and give us time to kind of prepare our guilds and whatnot, and then they'll inform us about, you know, the guild content that they've got lined up that's going to be dropping, so that way we and all of our members can get prepared, of course. What if the spear, the weapon, I mean, that wouldn't make any sense. That would not make any sense. So what if, like, next month there's 2 weapons releasing? Because we got the skewer, that's going to drop instantly. And then I want to say in between August to September, they could very well do some guild stuff, and that will then introduce whatever the new weapon that they've got. I still do believe that the weapon that is going to be benefiting from that's going to be helping us for the Baron content will be a rate up weapon. As much as it could very well also be a guild weapon, I feel like that would just hold back on gaining that weapon, on gaining access to that weapon, to then going against that content there and there. I think there's just going to be too much of a delay. Like I think it's more of we need something now, and so that will be through the banner itself. So just to be safe, save the tickets until we get further confirmation next week, or even on the 20th if there is going to be a live stream for the English side of things. If not, then the JP will furthermore inform us about that. So yeah, it is what it is. But anyway, yeah, an exclusive, powerful guild, well, a guild exclusive powerful weapon. There we go. So now hearing about that, hey, when it comes to the guild, we gotta work, because you know that guild weapon is gonna be something strong.